What's up guys, welcome to Found Flicks. I'm sure you're aware there's a ton of remakes, sequels, all kinds of stuff to classic horror movies coming out. And one in particular that I've been curious about is the remake of It. Since the original was a made-for-TV miniseries back in the 90s, it seems like there's a chance for the remake to go much more hardcore with their adaptation of the novel. And it seems like that's exactly what they go for in the brand new trailer released earlier today. So this video will be kind of a hybrid of a reaction and an analysis because I will be watching the trailer live, but I also will be pausing it along the way to point out references to the book and other things like that. All right, so let's jump right in and get our float on with the trailer for the new It remake. All right, looks like somebody's making a little paper boat. Oh, SS Georgie.
There you go.
Oh, there you
She's
go.
already-
So in the first scene already, we see Bill is helping his little brother Georgie with his kind of paper boat, and there's Gulf wax, which is something specifically from the books. It seems like they paid a lot of attention to detail in this remake already. All right, then we got Georgie going outside. I'm sure this is for that iconic sort of scene that everyone knows when they think about this movie where he finds Pennywise in the sewer. And we had even another thing straight out of the book is the intersection here. Jackson and Witcham Street is the intersection where this happens, and again, that is right out of the original novel. Oh, watch your head there, buddy. Yeah, and we see Derry Public Works, and that's a fictional town created by Stephen King that several of his books take place in, probably most notably with It, but we do see it pop up in a few other of his stories. Oh no, his paper boat's going down into the sewers. Who's gonna be down there? Probably nobody friendly, that's for sure. Georgie. Oh, wait, hold on. So that was our first actual look at Pennywise. I'm sure you're aware this is a recreation of a very iconic scene from the original. And one thing about the original Pennywise is that he didn't ever look necessarily scary. I mean, we saw him with demon teeth and stuff like that. It kind of seems like with this one that they're going for, he's just scary as shit looking. Because that, I mean, and you got the glowing eyes and everything with him down there, kind of hidden in the shadows as well. Whereas I remember Pennywise, Tim Curry's being a lot more predominantly visible. They're kind of hiding him in the shadows, I guess. Stephen King's terrifying novel that's 1,000 pages long.
Like in a town I've ever been in before. People die.
Oh, okay, so we already see that there's a lot of people missing because they've got a curfew in effect. So, I mean, again, it's in this small town and all these people are going missing because it is taking them and killing them. And so it seems like already the law is involved in the matter and they've got a curfew in effect. I don't think it's gonna help though.
Appear 6 times the national average. And that's just grown-ups. Kids are worse.
Okay, and then we have somebody putting a missing poster up on this telephone pole, and it's a character Patrick, who is a sort of minor bully in the book, kind of an antagonist, and definitely was into some weirder stuff. I'm not sure if that actually means that we'll be seeing him on screen in the movie, or if it's just kind of an Easter egg. Okay, and then we got the balloon. And then we got the library here. We see the balloon floating through, and this character, Ben, I believe, is, that was where he always was in the books. So we see that he's not even safe in his sanctuary of the library. Pennywise will find you and feed on your fears. That's what he does. We all float down here. Okay, yeah, in the sewers, that's definitely, of course, an important part. I guess, okay, we got some of the other kids here. Oh, okay. We saw a quick glimpse of some of the kids, but then we see this house, which is the first place that the kids encounter Pennywise in the book, 29 Neibolt Street. And that is definitely a pretty accurate representation of what I would think from the book.
Yeah, I saw him too.
They all saw him. Yeah, okay, so we got Here we got our first really good glimpse at the losers, who are the protagonists of the movie, this group of kids that band together in order to take down Pennywise. I don't think there's anything inherently worth pointing out about each of them, except, of course, that Finn Wolfhard from Stranger Things is one of the kids, looking extra dorky with glasses there. Good look for you, bud. Okay, yeah, so we see them looking at the Derry street map and the actual sewers themselves, which they obviously go through later in order to search for Pennywise, and I guess that's what they're looking for. How are they gonna find him? Uh-oh, Carousel's getting a little spooky. We did have a good time on the log ride. Uh-oh. Was Pennywise on the log ride with him? Who is it? Is it Pennywise? Uh-oh! Yeah! Turn it off! I know, for real. It's too scary. All right, yeah, and in that scene, that was actually pretty scary. I know, I was kind of goofing on it. In the original book, there's a scene where the character finds pictures, and that's the same kind of concept where Pennywise comes to life in the pictures. And so we see that modernized for an 80s adaptation where it's done with a carousel of photos as well, and we see Pennywise showing up, messing up those vacation photos. I don't remember Pennywise on the log ride, that's for sure. What? Oh, okay. And then we see this part here where it looks like Pennywise is actually growing claws out of his glove. There's one section of the book where he turns into kind of a werewolf and scares the crap out of the kids, and it seems like that's what's going on here. Another thing that we know is that Pennywise isn't always just a clown, of course. He adapts whatever your fear is, and that's what he becomes in order to scare you, and then, takes your soul, that whole kind of thing, your life force, And then we have this quick scene where the character Mike is seeing these sort of hands trying to get their way out of this room. And I think that's an adaptation of one of his father's stories from the book where we find out about this fire that happened at the Black Spot. And that's what we're seeing here. And we know from those stories that in fact, the entire town of Derry has had evil in it for quite some time. Quality meats, boys. Then we have another iconic scene where Beverly is drenched by what looks like motor oil, but I feel like will be actual blood in the movie itself from the sink. And, we know that it's only the kids that are seeing these particular things and no one else can actually see them. Oh, well, we almost got a glimpse. They definitely seem to be hiding Pennywise a lot more than just like, give me a look of his face. I want to know what his face looks like. But I mean, we did see some of the pictures already. I don't know. I guess they're just kind of making it mysterious. Oh.
If you'll come with me, you'll float too.
Oh, you'll float too, Bill. Don't even worry about it, dude. Oh no! Don't keep floating. Wow, that little kid's version of Georgie is giving Miko Hughes from Pet Sematary a run for his money.
I'm glad to something, Mommy.
You know what I'm saying. Pet Sematary. Whoa, and then we see Pennywise and he's creeping out of this murk here with the glowing eyes again. Woof, that does look pretty spooky there. I gotta give him credit for that. And he's all kind of ratty looking and wet hair and stuff. Whoa! Oh, no, sir. Okay, that was, I would say for the most part up until that actual final scare, I was kind of on board and I was kind of impressed by the look of the character of Pennywise in this version. But there's something about that final scare. It's just the way that he moves. Let me see if I can kind of match what his movement was and see if you guys are scared by what I do. Let me check. Was that scary? Were you guys scared of what I did? No, probably not. But he definitely had the makeup and stuff, so that might be part of why he's scarier than I am. Overall, though, I mean, I would say I'm cautiously optimistic about it. It still seems like they're actively making Pennywise scarier in this incarnation. I mean, we did again see the Tim Curry version looking scarier at points too. And I think actually in this version, there is a less kind of scary version of Pennywise, so it's not always going to be that like extra frightening appearance to him. But I still have faith that it won't be a total disaster. And I mean, even just the idea of them doing a harder R-rated version of that story, because again, like I said before, the original version was made for TV, and so they had to cut out a lot of the kind of more questionable aspects. And it seems like we'll be getting that here with a lot of homages to the book itself. I think the trailer looks good. I'm excited for the movie, but I guess we'll see for sure in September or maybe when a second trailer comes out. There's probably gonna be like 10 more trailers. You know how it is nowadays. All right, guys, but what did you think about the new It trailer? Are you disappointed by Pennywise, finally seeing him in action? Or do you think this one could actually be worth your time? And if there's any other Easter eggs or anything like that I missed in relation to the book or whatever, let me know. All right, guys, thanks for watching Found Flicks. See you next time.